Okay, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Good afternoon, everyone. First, I want to thank the participants who attend this meeting. My name is Kiani Rahmaraya, and you can call me Amanda. I'm from Senior High School 1 Tuban, and here I'm going to be the host. Today, we will have a presentation from Team 5 of Senior High School 1 Tuban 2, with the topic is how to pursue your dream, which will be delivered by Naila Febriana Ekaputri, Tiara Amelia Wibowo, and Roberto Aurelio Seber as the presenter. Then there is Daffa Faizul Anwar as the moderator for this meeting. Before that, I would like to tell you a little information that the presentation on this topic will be in English only, not in Bahasa. Okay, so without further ado, let's get started on the presentation. For Daffa, as moderator, I welcome you.
Okay, thank you, Amanda Kiani. Good afternoon, everyone. I hope everyone is healthy today and able to attend this meeting. My name is Daffa Anwar from Tuban 1 Senior High School, and I in this meeting. We will take a presentation that is delivered by my for Tuban 1 title How to get or it and make your dream come true. Well, you're not alone. Dream is something that gives us reason to walk, and there are ways to reach it. This topic is chosen by the presenter to help us start our journey to reaching those dreams. The presentation will discuss about how to determine that dream for us to have to know where are we going to continue life. It will also discuss about how to reach the dream, obstacles that we will face, and also the presenter will provide tips and facts trailer. This topic will be interesting, so don't miss it out. Before we start the presentation, little information about the presenter today. A three students from Senior High School. They are Febriana Ekaputri, Tiara, Wibowo, and Roberto Aurelio. Hey, without getting any further, the presenter, let's start.
Okay, thank you, Daffa. Naila, can you share screen the presentation? Okay, thank you, Naila. We start our presentation. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good afternoon, everyone. Hopefully, we are all in the health condition throughout the day, and also happy fasting for all of my Muslim friends. First of all, let me introduce myself and my team. My name is Tiara Amelia Wibowo, and my other two partners are Naila Febriana Ekaputri and Roberto Aurelio Seber. We currently in 10th grade at Tuban 1 Senior High School. Here we have our active email and Instagram account, so feel free to contact us. Next slide, Naila. Here I'm going to start the presentation first, and then will be continued by my friend Naila and Roberto. Today we will discuss about how we can achieve our dream. We ask teenagers must have a strong passion and determination to keep trying and learning to achieve our dream and aspiration. But sometimes, some of us are confused about starting a journey to achieve the dream. Or here we will help you to find a solution. So sit tight and enjoy the presentation. The following in the material will be discussed. The first is
Mbak itu jeruk kan ya?
The second is begin to realize dream. The third is obstacle in achieve the dream, and the last is tip to get back up for. Okay, let's just start, which is determining our dream. At phase is the phase where we are still looking a purpose in life. So let's understand ourselves together and determine the direction in which your life will continue. The first is identify your wants, remember and record your
Nomor HP 81 3330
effort at
765
you have
668. Ya.
does it make you more alive
S.Pd LGE Ki
your comfort
V
and
7917. Ya.
clearly. If you meet the criteria, you can start preparing yourself to live it.
Iya.
The second study
Yeah.
the motivation, hope, and ambition of others. After looking at yourself, try asking other people about their motivation, hopes, and ambition. You know, it will be a trigger to do something similar. The third is gather inspiration from others. Try to see how others live their lives. Will they be able to achieve their goals? You can also read books about fiction and biography to gather various information about life. The last is leave your comfort zone. Because
Iya.
so you won't progress if you don't want to move on. For that, you have to dare to leave your comfort zone, try new things. You don't have to rush. You can slowly but surely. Okay, enough for me. For the next material will be delivered by my friend Naila. I invite you to continue. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you, Tiara. Let me continue the presentation. After knowing the potential you have in getting big
081
inspiration to
330
determine the
765
direction of our life.
668.
Next is start realizing that dream. Step 1 is to dream it. Everything begins in the heart and mind. Every great achievements began in the mind of one person. They dared to dream, to believe that it was possible. Take some time to allow yourself to ask, what if? Think big. Don't let negative thinking influence you. You want to be a dreamer. Dream of the possibilities for yourself, your family, and for others. If you had a dream and that you let grow cold, reignite that dream. Fan the flames. Life is too short to let it go. Step 2. Believe it. Yes, your dream needs to be big. It needs to be something that is seemingly beyond your capabilities. But it also must be believable. You must be able to say that if certain things take place, if others help, if you work hard enough, though it's a big dream, it can still be done. Let me give you a good example. A person with no college education can dream that he will build a $50 million a year company, that it's big, but believable. For a bad example, that a 90-year-old woman with arthritis will someday run a marathon under 3 hours. It's all big, right? But also impossible. She should instead focus on building a $50 million a year business, and she better gotta move on. Next one, step 3, see it. The great achievers have a habit. They see things. They picture themselves walking around their CEO office in their new $25 million corporate headquarters, even while they're sitting on a folding chair in the garage headquarters. Great free throw shooters in the NBA picture the ball going through the basket. PGA golfers picture the ball going straight down the fairway. World-class speakers picture themselves speaking with energy and emotion. All of this
grooms the mind to control the body to carry out the dream. Step 4 is tell it. One reason many dreams never go anywhere is because the dreamer keeps it to all themselves. It's a quiet dream that only lives inside of his mind. The one who wants to achieve the dream must tell the dream to many people. One reason, as we continually say it, we begin to believe it more and more. If we're talking about it, then it must be possible. Another reason, it holds us accountable. When we have told others, it spurs us on to actually doing it so we don't look foolish. Step 5 is to plan it. Every dream must take the form of a plan. The old saying that you get what you plan for is so true. Your dream won't just happen. You need to sit down on a regular basis and plan out your strategy for achieving that dream. Through all the details, break the whole plan down into small work parts. Then set a time frame for accomplishing each task on your dream plan. Step 6 is to work it. Boy, wouldn't life be a grand if we could quit before this one. Unfortunately, the successful are usually the hardest workers, while the rest of the world is sitting on their sofas watching Netflix. Achievers are working on their goal, achieving their dream. I have an equation that I work with. Part-time task multiplied by time equals your long-term accomplishments. If you work on it each day, eventually you will achieve your dream. Step 7 is to enjoy it. When you have reached your goal and you're living your dream, be sure to enjoy it. In fact, enjoy the trip too. Give yourself some rewards along the way. Give yourself a huge reward when you get there. Help others enjoy it. Be gracious and generous. Use your dream to be better for others. Then go back to number 1 and dream a little bigger this time. Earlier, that was the steps we can follow to realize the dreams that have been pictured in our minds. But remember, realizing dreams is not that easy. There are so many obstacles that we will face later. So, what are some of those obstacles? Check out this next explanation, because here are 5 things that are often big obstacles in realizing your success in reaching your dreams. No one gives too much thought about what people say. The first biggest obstacle is thinking too much about what other people are saying. For example, you have a dream to make something happen, but there are people who underestimate it, vilify your ideals, and doubt the abilities you have. The words of this person should not discourage your enthusiasm and ambition to make your dreams come true. But if the other person's opinion is good, there is no harm in considering it too. So it's like smarter to filter out what other people are saying. Number 2 is fear of failure. Struggling to pursue our goals, ups and downs, failures, and disappointments are very common to happen. When you've decided to fight for something, try hard. Never be afraid to face failure, because if you don't dare to fight for it, how can that dream come true? Failure is a risk. Don't let yourself be trapped by fear of it. Number 3 is lack of self-confidence. One of the biggest obstacles to chasing dreams is that we're a lack of self-confidence. How can you make this dream come true if you don't believe in your abilities? You often underestimate circumstances, insecure yourself, and don't believe in your abilities. Build that confidence slowly and believe that you can do it. Next one, number 4,
have no determination or ambition. Believe me, everyone must have dreams and aspirations that they want to achieve, but not everyone has the ambition and determination to make it happen. For example, you have a dream of being able to have your own house, but you don't have a big determination to make it happen. You're still lazy to work, wasteful, you don't want to save money and others. So if that happens, is it possible for you to make your dreams come true? Number 5 is financial problems. Apart from the obstacles above, the biggest obstacles when fighting for your goals is financial problems. Not infrequently, many people have to bury their dreams because they are constrained by their own financial condition. But don't be someone who gives up easily. You must be able to think creatively to find the best solution. Maybe you can start looking for a job or open a small business or whatever effort is to get you closer to your dreams. Okay, for the next material will be delivered by my friend Roberto. I invite you to continue the presentation. Thank you.
Thank you, Naila. Now let me present the next material. We've already known about the obstacles that we will face. If left untreated, these obstacles will lead to failure on our way to realizing our dreams. The occurrence of that failure can make you give up so that it can stop your journey and your dream will never happen. So, let's prepare ourselves if failure does happen by learning tips to get back up from failure. Number 1, you are allowed to get disappointed and angry. It is normal for you to feel angry and disappointed when you experience failure. The more so, if failure is caused by someone else's fault. At that time, you have the right to cry all night long or not reply to your friend's chat for several days. Take out all the anger and disappointment that is in your heart. Take the best possible time to explore your feelings. Feel it for real and ask yourself, why are you angry? Then, what's the next step? There is no need to rush into decisions when you are angry or disappointed. Number 2, learn from your mistakes. As time passed, feelings of disappointment and anger disappeared. It's time for you to look at failure more rationally. Try now to write down what has happened recently, including your experience of failure. From here, you can learn to anticipate failure. If perhaps you're facing the same condition in the future, what would you do? Of course, you will make a different decision than what you did when you failed, right? Number 3, increase sensitivity to failure. You need to know, no matter how small the decisions you make, there must be consequences. From here, you'll be more sensitive to detect potential failures. Every choice you make will definitely lead to different results. By experiencing failure today, you can avoid it next time. The solution, there must be self-sensitivity, because sometimes there are people who have failed many times but can't take lessons from that experience. Number 4, learn to be patient. Being patient is a successful way to rise from failure. You can't just be tough. Of course, you're just human, because each person has a different personality. However, this attitude can be trained. Really. After knowing what made you fail, you must set new targets. Find ways to motivate yourself and quickly rise from adversity. Remember that you still have hope for success, and it takes time to achieve it. Number 5, immediately rise from failure. It isn't enough. Many people have experienced various failures in achieving targets, and it needs to be admitted. Rising from failures is a difficult thing. However, you have to keep fighting to get up. Remember that you have the right to start over from scratch. You have whether it's in a career, relationship, or being in a relationship with a long lost family, you have to live your life, even though many bad things have happened. Enjoy every process so you can accept the reality and immediately rise from adversity. Number 6. Surrender is not the option. Even if you experience failure repeatedly, it doesn't mean that life has ended. Who, anyway, has never experienced failure, felt sad and disappointed? Even though right now you feel your life has been shattered to pieces, over time, all will be well. It only takes you a little time and courage to never give up. Number 7. Failure is the best teacher. I will hate myself when I fail to reach my target. Why? Because I got caught up in the perception that I was doing something wrong. If I was more serious about studying, surely all the targets would have been achieved, right? Now, we arrive on the last chapter for today's presentation. Just a review for today's material. When we achieve our dream, we fall at one point, but never feel at that point we have failed. Maybe it is a part of the process that God chose for us in order to understand what it means to be grateful for what we have got and gone through. When we are at the lowest point, we may cry, sad, disappointed, angry, and embarrassed. But we should never feel that God is not on our side, because it is actually from that failure that God chooses the other path for us to pursue our dreams. Failure actually doesn't exist, because failure is just a pace that will come on our way and we will pass. So all the anger and disappointment that exists will also not exist anymore. Dreams can indeed die, but can also rise again. For those of us who have plans that cannot be carried out, we shouldn't be disappointed for a long time, because we must learn that what comes after this will be much better than what was previously planned, because the universe had never broken its promise. That's all we have today. We are so sorry if there's any mistakes in our presentation. We hope with this presentation it could give us motivate to all of us who are chasing our dreams. If you have any question, just ask. We will be very happy to answer it. Thank you for your time and good afternoon.
Okay. Does anyone have a question for this Q&A session? Questions are limited again, because our instructor tell us there are at least 3 questions. So if you have anything to ask, please turn on your mic immediately or write in chat box. Is there any question from instructor, audience, or anything else?
Okay. Uh, yeah. So what is your point of discussion today, guys?
Pursuing our
Hello?
dreams.
Yes? The answer.
Pursuing our dreams. How to pursue our dream. So
Okay. Can you share, was it the PPT, the PowerPoint from the first page? See. How to pursue our dreams. Okay, yeah. Yeah. So okay. So can you explain briefly how to the tips, yeah, the best tips how to pursue your dreams? Okay.
so first step is to find our dreams, find our what our passion, and find our goals. And after we find our goals, we can start to understand more about our goal, so that we can uh, uh, have a more strong faith that we can actually reach that goal.
And then you need to start to begin that journey of your achieving that dream. You need to, like what I said before, you need to see it, you need to believe it, you need to see it, and then you need to tell everyone that this is your dream. And then you need to plan it and then work it. And then eventually you will achieve that dream. And then you can enjoy everything that you've done.
Okay.
Yeah, that's all we have for you to achieve your dreams. That's the simplest tips we can give to you. Thank you for the question.
You are welcome.
Another question? Maybe one or two more left? Hello. Maybe this meeting is no longer exist. No one.
Romanda?
Oh, can moderator ask too?
Yes, you can.
It's okay.
Okay. To pursue our dream, it's related to choosing right college. But right college is depend with some factors, just like do you mean before the financial factor. So, what is your solution for government, school, or parents to provide it?
For the government, I believe they already have some programs to help support uh, the younger generation to achieve their dreams and goals by uh, helping uh, their education financially. And yeah, I think that's good enough. And for the students, the parents, just don't give up. I saw many examples that uh, you can achieve your dream and goals from anywhere, not just from school, because life itself uh, is will give you important lessons for the future. So, let's say you fail to go into the school that you wanted. That's okay. Don't give up. God has other plans for us to succeed. God got different ways for us to achieve our dreams. So don't give up. Stand up. Find other ways. Find your own way to motivate yourself, and you will find eventually successful life with your dream. For the parents, never stop supporting your children, because in some cases parents doesn't know everything best for their child. Whatever they do, as long as it's not a bad thing like criminals or everything, just support them. As long as they're happy, we're happy. uh, and provide guidance for your children every time they slip on their way to successful, and just give this all the supports they need to achieve their goal. Yes, that's all I can give for a question. Thank you very much for the question.
Okay, thank you, Roberto. That's so motivating. If there is not anyone who want to ask one question again, this meeting will end by host. Bye.
Okay, thank you for your time, Daffa, and all of the presenter. Before I end it, I would like to thank everyone that has attended and participated on this meeting. Okay, now I will end this meeting. Thank you and afternoon. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Before you
Thank you,
leave
everyone.
in this room, please fill in the attendance on Google Form. Link is the chat in chat. Okay.